Bored Online, Bored Offline. Today we're bringing you another gameplay of Fallen Land. Now Fallen Land, the expansion for Fallen Land comes with two different variants for solo play. The last time we played I used variant number 2. This time we're going to use variant number 1 and show you how that one works. Also, this video is sponsored by Board Game Co. Board Game Co. is a website that you can go to and you can sell your board games, you can buy new board games or used board games, and you can trade away your board games as well. They've got a great selection if you're looking to find a board game at a great price, or if you're trying to find a hard to find board game, or if you want to figure out what to do with your board games that you just don't play anymore. Go to Board Game Co. where you can buy, sell, and trade your way into a better collection. Hey everybody, also real quick before we get to the rest of the video, just wanted to let you know that we do have a contest going on right now. It's going to be going on until June 17th to give away one of these t-shirts. Not just this t-shirt, there's also a t-shirt very similar without the lettering, still have Bored Cthulhu on there, lots of different colors. Follow the link for the contest in the description below, and again, it goes until June 17th. This is brought to you by Geeky Goodies, who makes these t-shirts for us. They're fantastic t-shirts, feel great, fit well. And yeah, go check it out and let's get to the rest of the video. All right, so we are setting up for variant 1 of Fallen Land. Now I've got a little bit set up so far, we've got the board out here, obviously. Over here on the side, I was going to turn this a little bit. You can see we've got our various card decks. I actually split the spoils up into 2 decks just because that deck is so big that it's easier that way. Plus, if I feel like I'm getting unlucky with one, I can draw from the other one. Maybe that's technically against the rules, but that's how we're going to do it. And then the character deck is there. So character deck, 2 spoils decks, the action deck, which if you watched my variant number 1, or I'm sorry, variant number 2, which was the first gameplay I did, there was my action deck and then also a red dot action deck. The red dot action deck, which is what the AI was doing against me, does not happen. It doesn't have any role in the variant number 1, so we won't see that at all. There's the plains, a little bit of a glare there. I'll try to deal with that in a second. The plains, the mountain cards, these are encounter cards, plains encounters, mountain encounters, city/rad encounters, or I believe they actually are called events. And then down here are the mission cards, which we actually didn't do any missions in variant number 2. I never got around to doing that, so I'm going to make it a point to get at least 1 mission done this time around. Also, so far what we have out is down here, just our pool of upgrades for our settlement that we can get. So those are down there ready to go. All right, so the next thing we need to do to set up for variant number 1 is we got to roll 2d10, which is basically a d100, and place each of the 7 mission location chips on the map. All right, so let's go and do that. When we roll this, the black will represent the 10s, the red is the 1s. All right, so 26. We've got, that was a 9, 97. Down here in the Gulf. Okay. Got 11 right up here. Got 27. Right there, a couple missions right next to each other. That is 96, which is, here they are, grouping up a little bit, aren't they? 56, and the last one, 49. All right, so next up, we're going to pick our faction. We're going to do it randomly, so here we go, 1 through 10. We've got a 2. Which means you can see here, number 2, we are the Enclave of Terra. Starting location, the Great Falls, Montana. So we are all the way up here. All right, so here is our starting, or our faction token, or excuse me, our party marker. And of course, we start in our starting location, as you might suspect. Okay, so here we are. We've got the Enclave of Terra. We start with water and supplies. It gives us +1 success for survival, and energy production +1 success for science checks. We've got our 10 10 faction tokens here. We also start right here for Hunter's Instinct. We start with this compound hunting bow. 3 for the fighting, 2 for the survival, and nothing else, but it only weighs 4 though, so that's pretty good. We've got the, I mean, you can see there that it shows that this is the starting item for my faction, and 6 gold is what it's worth. Ranged weapon bow, all right? And of course, our dice. So for faction perks, like I said, Hunter's Instinct gives us the compound hunting bow spoils card. Then Diplomatic Connections. Each time you're the first player, subtract 2 from the town events roll. Not sure how exactly that's going to work in solo play, but we'll try to figure that out. Wily, your party gains +1 during flight rolls. We don't run from any fights, so I don't think we're going to be needing to use that anyway. We'll see. Maybe we'll wise up this time. It didn't work out so well last time. Kismet, once per turn during a solo encounter card, re-roll a failed skill check. Well, that actually will be really nice. All right, so now one of our faction chips, of course, goes right here. And then we've got one down here for that start space, and one all the way over here on the other corner for that start space. And for anyone who hasn't watched before, that maybe missed my last playthrough or just isn't familiar with the game, this is prestige on this side. I can win the game by getting to 20 prestige. The green is town health. I start at 30 town health, but I can win the game by getting all the way up to 80 town health. So those are the 2 different ways for me to win the game. So also all other factions in the game are considered neutral factions for this solo variant. All right, so let's take a look at our 6 possible starting party members here. Augustus Vincentia. Once per turn, one party member may re-roll a failed psychological check. He's an insightful chaplain, by the way. Clothing, so if he's wearing anything that's clothing at all, +3 to his fight skill. All right, so very high on diplomacy and science, so that's pretty good. Can carry 13, 6 health, 5 psychological. All right, Booker Gray, weapons expert. He receives 1 additional success on all party combat skill checks. Ranged weapon gives him +2 and +2 to diplomacy. Okay. All right, so he's a fighter. So I doubt anybody's going to be higher than that to start off with. So we'll see though. All right, so Cam Toretto, Willman. If your vehicle is destroyed by an encounter, action, or spoils card, roll 1d6. Ignore the vehicle destruction on a 1 through 3. Nice. 4-wheeled vehicles, we get +2 movement. And you can see his stats down here, 7 health, 3 on the psych. Nina Saxon, Caddy Veterinarian. Gain 1 success on a skill check during wild animal and rad zombie encounter cards, then receive a free action card. Okay. She's linked to medical equipment, which will double its medical skill bonuses, maybe used twice before discarding. Peter Kelsey, Chatty Repairman. Receive 2 town health after each successful store loot encounter. Once per game, gain 10 salvage coins. Technical equipment doubles the technical skill bonus. Okay, all right. And a little low on the fighting and the survival, but the science is high. All right. Guy Turner, professional prize fighter. Each effects phase receive 2 salvage coins, gain +4 combat during gladiatorial event encounter cards. If he has Kempo gloves or brass knuckles, +3 for the combat. All right, so here we go. So Booker Gray, Augustus Vincenta, Cam Toretto, Peter Kelsey, and Nina Saxon are going to be my starting 5, and the prize fighter is here in the town roster waiting for another time. Also, the compound hunting bow I'm going to give to Booker Gray since he links with ranged weapons, which this clearly is, which means that besides it giving him the 3 additional combat and the 2 additional survival, he now has +2 combat and +2 diplomacy on top of that for having that ranged weapon. All right, so now what about our spoils cards? Well, we've got a stub nose 357 revolver, ranged weapon handgun. We've got the jackpot. This is an event. I'm pretty sure if we get events, in the setup we discard. Let me double check that. Actually, I don't need to even check the rule book because right here on the card, during game setup, reshuffle jackpot and draw a new spoils card. Immediately draw 4 spoils cards, then discard this card. That would be if I drew it during the game, but obviously I didn't. So we'll discard that. We'll just set it aside for now. We'll come back, put it right there so we don't forget about it. Let's see what else we got. Cache of military body armor. I think I had this last game. Party equipment armor, the last game that I filmed. Equipped to all party characters or none, may not be used in conjunction with other armor or clothing spoils cards. All right, so counts as armor, not clothing, so it wouldn't help Augustus Vincentia there. Okay. Vehicle, American Iron Customs Chopper. I mean, it'll be good for now. We want to get a 4-wheel vehicle, though, obviously, because of Cam's ability here. Got the Vendetta daggers, okay. It's a relic. Camping gear, equipment camping gear stowable. Here we've got industrial welding and cutting torch equipment mechanical stowable. After you successfully complete an encounter or mission card, gain 2 salvage coins. All right. 6.8 millimeter advanced rifle, range weapon, assault rifle. 7. Wow, that's intense. Okay. Biomedical kit, equipment medical. Discard to instantly heal all physical and infected wounds damage to your party, or discard after failing a medical skill check to succeed. Okay. And the ram plate, vehicle equipment permanent, equipped to any vehicle with 4 or more wheels. We need to get a 4-wheeled vehicle. Your party succeeds on all ambush encounter cards. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to get a 4-wheeled vehicle. So we need to replace this one real quick. Got compass and maps, equipment survival. Ignore delays from the failed encounter and mission cards. Ignore action cards that cause unwanted movement or delays. So after very careful thought, sorta, I have distributed all the gear this way. So we are going to be using the military body armor for now, unless something comes up that just makes it worthwhile to ditch that, because that gives everybody the 2 extra fighting and the 2 extra diplomacy. Ram plates over here in the auction house until we got something we can use. We will be riding the American Iron Custom Choppers until we find ourselves a 4-wheeled vehicle. All right, so our weapon expert is going to be using the advanced rifle instead of that compound bow. Going to make him very heavy on combat. And then our insightful chaplain has the compound hunting bow, as well as the industrial welding and cutting torch. Now this is pretty heavy. This already puts him at 10. If I need to, that's stowable, so I can put it onto my motorcycles if we need to do that later and get it off of him. All right, so Cam over here is going to have the compass and maps. It seemed like the best place for compass and maps to go with is with our wheelman. And then our repairman over here has the Vendetta daggers. He's kind of that creepy repairman. You're not really sure if you should let him into your house or not. And then our veterinarian has the stub nose 357, the camping gear, and of course the biomedical kit. I've got this pulled out just so I can try to remember that she doubles the medical bonus from that. Also, you can see that we have 1 movement point bonus from the compass and map, plus 1 movement right there. And then we're going to get 10 salvage coins to start the game. And finally, we place the turn. Oh, cool. Oh, upside down. All right, it's not focusing very well. Trust me, this is a turn marker. There you go, turn marker. It goes right down here at the 1-1 spot as well. We'll put it on our marker. So there you go. That is the expansion for Fallen Land, A Journey into Darkness, the variant number 1 that comes with that expansion for solo gameplay. That's the setup that we just did. Be sure to check back. Very soon we'll have the gameplay videos. I'm going to try to get the first gameplay video out before I go to Origins, but otherwise it'll definitely be out right after I get back from Origins. So be sure to check me out on Twitter at boredonlineboardoffline, and until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.